Okay, hi everybody. This is Cindy with Magazine Mama, and I've got Jackie on the line with me, and she's going to be talking about how she uses the curriculum to teach photography to kids. So, Jackie, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody where you're from and a little bit about yourself and your photography business?
All right. Well, I'm Jackie Coleman, and my photography business is called Coleman Candids Photography. I'm from the Eastern Shore of Nova Scotia, Canada, and right now I live and run my business out of a little town called Weston in the beautiful Annapolis Valley in Canada. So in Nova Scotia, I'm still in Nova Scotia. Yeah, and I do portraits, so I do family sessions, extended family sessions, newborns and cake smashes, so all those type of things. But that's what I focus my business on. That's the type of photography I love.
Okay, great. And what made you want to start teaching photography classes?
Oh, well, I actually came across one of your ads on Facebook for the camp teaching photography to kids, and I just thought that was a brilliant idea. I love kids, and I've worked with kids. I have my own kids, and I've worked with kids for many, many years, and I actually have a degree in recreation management. So I've worked camps before. Yeah, so I love that experience. And when I thought I could merge photography and kids camp, I was game. I was like, sign me up. So yeah, so that's what kind of got the ball rolling.
Okay. And so can you tell us a little bit about the camp? Did you do strictly a kids photo camp, or did you merge it with another kind of camp, or just kind of tell us a little bit about what you did?
So my first camp was this past August. So I purchased the curriculum and planned one camp just to kind of get to see if if it was something I wanted to pursue. So I had 5 campers, and yeah, it was a day camp. So it was a 9-hour day, Monday to Friday. And I would say about 3 hours of that was solely dedicated to photography. But that was the first way that I went about using your curriculum. Right now I'm doing after school programs. So I do a camera club after school. So the camp in the summer went really well. Loved it, loved the experience. And so I thought I would continue that experience. Yeah.
So the after school club. Okay. So tell us a little bit about your after school club then.
The after school club is a bit larger than my camp was. So there's on average about 9 kids. Sometimes it goes Monday to Friday. It's a 3-hour program. So by the time they get out of school until their parents come pick them up around 5:30. So it's at the end of the day, it's a bit different because it's not as in-depth as the day camp would have been. So it's more, and also it's a wider range of age groups for my after-school program. It's elementary school, so from grade primary to grade 5, whereas in the camp in the summertime it was ages 7 to 12 I tried to target. So because of that, because I have younger kids, I have to kind of I keep it more simple.
Okay.
The after school program, yeah.
Okay.
And I use the same concepts that would be in your curriculum, but it's just a smaller dose of it. It's not so in-depth and so intense, yeah.
Okay. And how many weeks does it last? Does it go the whole school year long? Or? It's
going to go the whole school year as of right now, yeah. There was a need for it in our community, so we had no after-school programs really available for our elementary school. So yeah, so there was a need there, yeah.
And is it something they pay for, or is it complimentary? Okay.
Yeah, so $12 a child is the after-school program, and it is Monday to Friday, but not every kid comes every day of the week. A lot of them come the majority of the week, though. And that's why the numbers kind of fluctuate a little bit. And then in the day camp experience, that was like $195 per camper.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did other things besides photography in the day camp, so it was...
Yeah, but everything was kind of, I tried to bring it back to the concepts we were learning. So if we were playing, like right now, even in after school program, if we play a game, this week our key word was focus. So and we were trying to learn about focus points and things, and very simple, trying to keep it very simple for the beginner. And so any game that we were playing a game where it was like a seek and find game, and they were finding it hard to, you can't, they make it so that the game is, you can't find anything on the board. They're trying to hide it, kind of like they're trying to hide what you're trying to find. So it was a good way of showing them that it's the opposite of what we want to do when we're shooting our subject. You want the subject to stand out, so I kind of try and bring it all back some way.
That. Okay, so you kind of incorporate photography terms into that. Okay.
Yeah, and you can do that with a lot of games if you just think about it. You can kind of move it back around. Yeah.
Definitely. So are you an elementary school teacher right now at the school, or do you just come to the school?
No, I run the program out of my home. So my photography business is run from my home. I have an in-home studio, and right now, like, that's what I'm sitting in right here. So I have it set up so that if they want, we can pull down the backdrops, they can play around with the lighting, and they can take portraits of each other. We can go outside. We have about just under like 7 acres of property, so we can go and do like nature photography and landscape photography and take action photos, and there's all kinds of, the possibilities are endless with what we do here. But yeah, so that's where they come off the bus to my place.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and then that's where the camp was in the summer as well. It was here.
Okay, great. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, and is it $12 per child per week, or for the whole year, or how?
No, it's per day. Sorry.
Per day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Every day. Yeah, $12 a day per child.
Okay.
Yeah, for the after school program.
Perfect. Okay. And how do you find students to attend?
I just put it out on Facebook and Facebook World and Instagram. Actually, I don't even think I needed to use Instagram because it just spread quick enough through Facebook. The summer camp was a little harder, but it was all through Facebook. Took a little longer to get people signed up that way. I think too, like, people like to find all their options in the summer, like they either are planning vacations and things like that. So it was just kind of, I guess it took longer to get that commitment from people. But with the after school camera club, it really took no time at all. As soon as someone got wind that I was offering this, and they knew, because I had done the summer camp, it kind of built up that trust that parents had with me. And a lot of the parents, not all of them, but some of them knew me from taking their family portraits, or knew me from sports, or being just in the community. So yeah, word of mouth, Facebook advertising.
Great.
That was mostly how.
Great. And then when you did the Facebook advertising, was this paid ads, or was it like boosted posts, or posting in Facebook groups, or how? Because I know a lot of photographers will want to know about that.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. I never paid for an ad. I did post in a group. We have a Facebook group in our community that's for parents looking for after school care or day homes and that kind of thing. It gives a platform for people to kind of advertise and find each other, parents and the people who are providing childcare. So I did post in that group, and that was helpful. But for the camp, for the summer camp, I didn't just pretty much on my business page and on my personal page, and then people kind of shared it from there. So I didn't use any paid ads, but if you know of a group within the Facebook world, like I found that Day Home group, that was really helpful. So those kind of outlets are good.
Okay, great. And so I was going to ask, has the teaching helped benefit your photography business? Have you gotten more clients from it, or is it kind of the other way around where your clients become the students and bring their kids, or a little bit of both?
It's definitely helped my business. One of the reasons why I did go after this this program for after school and for Camera Club, I actually got sick in August, and I had a really bad infection in my hand, in my right hand. So the hand that I would use to do all my, switch around all my settings in my camera and whatnot. So I was off work due to that. It was cellulitis in my hand, and I'm still healing from that. But I was looking for a while there, I didn't know when I'd be able to pick up a camera again. So I didn't know if I'd be able to do sessions this fall or through the holidays or whatnot. So this has really helped me find another avenue and supplement that income that I would be missing from doing my sessions that I had to take off August and most of this month as well. Actually, my first session back is this weekend. So it's given me a way to make money without having to really take photos of people right now. So it's helped that way. And it's also helped, yes, I have brought, what I did with the camp in the summer was I also included in the package just a portrait of each camper. So just a complimentary portrait. I figured I'm the whole week, I got a camera in my hand pretty much anyway, so I might as well take a couple of snapshots of them. And like those, so when I get those to the parents, they're already sharing those on Facebook. That will, that's already, I've noticed this week I've gotten some more likes on Facebook on my business page, and it's bringing more traffic to my site and my page just from seeing those complimentary photos. So I think that's a good little idea for a photographer to do if they're gonna,
That is that's a very creative and great idea. I like that. Yeah,
it shows them what how valuable your art is and stuff. Anyways.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, and then so that's one tip that you mentioned for photographers who are considering teaching. And do you have any other recommendations if someone might think, well, I wonder if I can do this, and maybe they're nervous or something like that? Like, what would you recommend to other photographers?
Yeah, I definitely recommend buying the curriculum, because without that, I wouldn't have had the confidence to just jump in and do it. And it gave me an outline for the week. It was just so much easier. So I definitely suggest that. And then just have fun, keep it easy. Like if you're doing the kids, curriculum, which is what I purchased and I use, every child learns differently. I had some students who were autistic. I had some, just some kids learn visually, some kids learn through hearing more, or maybe they learn from just looking at the workbooks. And I printed off the curriculum. I printed off for every student, and they went home with a workbook from the day camp. And so everyone learns differently. Maybe keep that in mind when you're kind of planning your activities. I just found that kids really respond nowadays to they all love YouTubers, and they love watching things on YouTube. So I found a little bit of the curriculum, the part of the history of photography. The kids, some of them found that I could picture them finding it a little slow to just read it from their workbook. So we did read some of it, but then we also I would look it up on YouTube before they came and find cool videos that highlighted the history of photography that we covered in the curriculum. And then they just thought that was great, and they got to see it visually, and it's just another way to absorb the information. Another tip is that with kids anyways, they absorb so much more in the morning. So try and put, if you're doing like a long day, like I did, a 9-hour day or 8 hours or even just 5 hours, try to whatever you want them to absorb, give it to them first, like in the morning when they can. I just find they learn better, they soak it in better. So with the after school program, it's at the end of the day that I have the children. And so they're already spent, like they've already sat still all day in class. And so my advice would just be, to keep it simple, maybe do a lot more hands-on stuff. Like we do a lot of photo challenges. So your scavenger hunts that are in the curriculum are great, because kids love that. They love getting out and and finding things to take pictures of and using the concepts. So we do more hands-on stuff for the after schoolers, and keep the book work or the classroom work to like the morning if you can, or or if you're just doing like a couple hour program, maybe plan it for a morning on the weekend, or like whenever you're planning your program. I just find my kids included, absorb more and pay attention better in the morning.
Definitely. Those are excellent tips. Well, thank you so much, Jackie. I really appreciate you sharing everything with everyone.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate being on here and meeting you, and yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay.